Walk into any UK supermarket and your shopping trolley becomes a minefield. Bright packaging, celebrity endorsements, health claims plastered everywhere. But behind the marketing lies a darker truth that billion-pound corporations desperately want hidden. I've gone deep into the UK food industry for 6 months. Former factory managers have shared documents they were told to destroy. What I've uncovered isn't just about poor quality. It's about systematic deception on a massive scale. This isn't a health guru lecture. This is documented evidence of how major brands are legally allowed to sell you products that nutritionists privately call edible waste. Let's expose the worst offenders. Let's start with rustlers. Those convenient microwave burgers that cost £2 and take 60 seconds to heat. I sent 3 Rustlers quarter-pounder burgers to an independent food laboratory. The beef content, 42%, less than half. The rest is mechanically recovered meat, textured soy protein, water and chemicals. A former Rustlers production manager spoke on condition of anonymity. The meat arrives frozen in massive blocks. It's compressed meat slurry. Bits left after proper cuts are removed. Cartilage, connective tissue, meat scraped from bones using high-pressure water jets. We called it pink slime internally. Look at the ingredients. Beef, water, textured soy protein, salt, dextrose, stabilizers E451 and E450, flavor enhancer monosodium glutamate, antioxidant E301, preservatives E223 and E224. E451 and E450 are phosphates that retain water. They bulk up the meat artificially. You're paying for water held in place by chemicals. Studies link high phosphate consumption to kidney damage and cardiovascular disease. MSG. It's not illegal, but research suggests it may interfere with leptin signaling. That's the hormone that tells your brain you're full. This could contribute to overeating. The sodium content is staggering, 2.1 grams per burger. The NHS recommends maximum 6 grams daily. One Rustler's burger provides 35% of your daily sodium, but here's the disturbing part. I left a Rustler's burger on my kitchen counter for 3 weeks at room temperature. It didn't rot. It didn't develop mold. It just became hard and dry. Real meat spoils within days. This burger's resistance to decomposition proves it's so heavily preserved that even bacteria won't eat it. If bacteria refuse it, why are you eating it? Charlie Bigham's positions itself as premium. £6 to £8 per meal. The packaging is upscale. The marketing emphasizes quality ingredients. I tested their fish pie. The fish content, 35%. For £7, you're getting less than £3 worth of actual fish. The ingredients revealed: modified maize starch, glucose syrup, stabilizers E412 and E415, preservatives E223. A food technologist explained, modified starches thicken sauces cheaply. They create the appearance of cream without the cost. Charlie Bigham's charges premium prices, but uses budget ingredients hidden behind clever marketing. The sodium content is 1.8 grams per serving. That's 30% of your daily limit in one meal. A former employee told me, the ingredients aren't terrible compared to value brands, but they're not what customers think. People pay £7 expecting restaurant quality. What they get is slightly better supermarket food with premium packaging. The preservative E223 is sodium metabisulfite. Some people experience allergic reactions, breathing difficulties, skin rashes. It's particularly problematic for asthmatics. If you're charging premium prices, deliver premium quality. Charlie Bigham's charges restaurant prices for marginally better supermarket food. That's exploitation. Richmond sausages are everywhere. Cheap, convenient, family-friendly. They're also barely meat. The meat content is 42%. EU regulations require minimum 32% to be called sausages. Richmond scrapes past at 42%, meaning 58% is something else. That something else includes water, pork fat, rusk, soy protein concentrate, potato starch, salt, sugar, dextrose, stabilizers E451 and E450, preservatives E221, antioxidant E301, flavorings and spice extracts. The meat is mechanically separated pork. Meat slurry removed from carcasses using high-pressure hoses. It's the lowest grade meat legally sellable. The water content is held in place by phosphate stabilizers. You're paying for water. One pack of Richmond sausages is nearly 20% added water retained by chemicals. A butcher with 30 years experience told me, Richmond sausages aren't sausages in any traditional sense. Real sausages are meat, fat, seasoning, and natural casings. These are industrial meat products containing as little meat as legally possible. The fat content is 17 grams per 100 grams, nearly 20% fat. Combined with salt at 1.8 grams per 100 grams, you're eating a cardiovascular time bomb. I compared Richmond to butcher's sausages. The butcher's cost £4 for 6 sausages, about 450 grams. Richmond costs £2.50 for 8 sausages, about 400 grams. The price difference is minimal, but the quality difference is enormous. Butcher's sausages contain 85% pork shoulder, breadcrumbs, herbs, and seasoning. They taste of meat and spices. Richmond sausages taste of salt and chemicals. You need ketchup to make them palatable. Bernard Matthews turkey dinosaurs are marketed to children. Fun Shapes 100% turkey breast claims on the box. Yes, the turkey is 100% turkey breast, but turkey comprises only 58% of the product. The remaining 42% is coating. Wheat flour, water, vegetable oils, salt, modified maize starch, raising agents, yeast extract, dextrose, and spices. The coating is designed to appeal to children. Crispy, salty, flavorful. But nutritionally per 100 grams, 14 grams of fat, 1.5 grams of salt, 18 grams of carbohydrates. You're feeding children deep-fried flour with some turkey inside. A pediatric nutritionist said, turkey dinosaurs are junk food marketed as protein. Parents think they're making a reasonable choice because it's turkey. But it's high fat, high salt, highly processed. It's teaching children to prefer processed food over real meat. The vegetable oils are the cheapest available, usually rapeseed or palm oil. Palm oil is environmentally devastating and nutritionally questionable. Turkey dinosaurs cost about £12 per kilo. Fresh turkey breast costs £8 per kilo. You're paying 50% more for an inferior product coated in cheap flour. These products are engineered to be hyper-palatable to children. Salty, crispy, familiar shapes. They're training children's palates to prefer processed food. One parent told me her daughter refused real chicken after eating turkey dinosaurs for 2 years. The child found real chicken too chewy and boring. That's not picky eating. That's engineered food addiction. Derailleur cheese slices are in millions of lunchboxes. Convenient, don't need refrigeration, and kids love them. They're not really cheese. EU regulations define cheese as a product made from milk through coagulation. Derailleur is processed cheese product, a legal distinction that matters. Ingredients: cheese at 51%, water, butter, milk proteins, emulsifying salts E331 and E452, preservatives E202, and lactic acid. Only 51% cheese. Barely past the legal minimum. The rest is water, emulsifiers, and preservatives. A cheesemaker explained, processed cheese takes real cheese, melts it down, adds water and emulsifiers for uniform texture, then adds preservatives. It's cheese-flavored, cheese-adjacent product. Processing destroys nutritional value and complex flavors. The emulsifying salts create that smooth, plastic texture. Some research links high phosphate consumption to accelerated aging and kidney problems. I conducted a blind taste test with 20 people. Real cheddar versus derailleur. Every single person preferred real cheddar. When told which was which, most were shocked they'd been eating Dairylia for years. One participant said, "The Dairylia tastes like plastic now that I've tried them side by side. How did I not notice before?" Habituation. If you eat processed cheese from childhood, your palate adjusts. You stop tasting the chemicals and accept it as cheese. Muller corner yogurts are marketed as healthy snacks. Protein, calcium, fruit, perfect for lunchboxes. Their desserts masquerading as health food. A Muller corner strawberry yogurt contains 16.8 grams of sugar, over 4 teaspoons. The NHS recommends children aged 7 to 10 consume no more than 24 grams daily. One yogurt provides 70% of that limit. A nutritionist told me, Muller corners are incredibly deceptive. Parents think they're providing healthy dairy and fruit. What they're providing is a sugar bomb with some calcium. The fruit corner ingredients include strawberries, sugar, glucose-fructose syrup, modified maize starch, gelling agent pectin, acidity regulators, and flavorings. Glucose-fructose syrup is concerning. Similar to high-fructose corn syrup, research links it to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and liver problems. I compared Muller corner to natural yogurt with fresh strawberries. The natural option had 8 grams of naturally occurring sugar, 0 added sugar, similar calcium, and it tasted better. Real strawberry flavor, not artificial sweetness. The cost was identical. You're not saving money. You're paying the same for a nutritionally inferior product. Pringles aren't potato chips. They're molded starch crisps engineered to be addictive. Ingredients: dried potatoes, vegetable oils, wheat starch, corn flour, rice flour, maltodextrin, emulsifier E471, salt, and flavor enhancers monosodium glutamate, disodium guanylate, and disodium inosinate. Only 42% potato. The rest is starches, oils, and flavoring chemicals. A food scientist revealed, Pringles are engineered to be hyperpalatable. The combination of salt, fat, and flavor enhances hits brain pleasure centers. The uniform shape creates predictable sensory experience. Your brain knows exactly what to expect, which drives repetitive consumption. That's why you can't eat just one. They're literally designed to be addictive. The flavor enhancers work synergistically to amplify savory flavors. They override natural satiety signals. You keep eating past fullness because your brain receives amplified pleasure signals. The fat content is 35 grams per 100 grams, over 1/3 fat. Combined with 1.5 grams of salt per 100 grams, it's a cardiovascular disaster. I tracked my consumption. I intended to eat one serving, 13 crisps, 30 grams. I ate 75% of the tube, 90 grams, before feeling satisfied. That's 315 calories, nearly 32 grams of fat, and 1.4 grams of salt. From a snack I barely registered eating. That's engineered addiction. The uniform texture means autopilot eating. Before you realize it, the tube is empty. This hurts. Cadbury was a British institution. Then Kraft bought them in 2010. Everything changed. Former employees have spoken publicly about recipe changes. Less cocoa, more sugar, cheaper ingredients. The melt point changed. It used to melt beautifully. Now it's waxy. The new recipe uses palm oil instead of cocoa butter in some products. Palm oil is cheaper but nutritionally inferior and environmentally devastating. A chocolate expert explained, real chocolate uses cocoa butter, natural fat from cocoa beans. It melts at body temperature, creating smooth mouthfeel. Palm oil doesn't melt the same way. It changes texture and reduces flavor complexity. Using palm oil is cost-cutting disguised as optimization. The sugar content increased. A 100-gram bar contains 56 grams of sugar, 14 teaspoons, more than the entire daily recommended intake for adults. I compared old Cadbury from before 2010. You can still find them on eBay to current Cadbury. Old Cadbury was rich, complex, smooth. Current Cadbury is overly sweet, waxy, and one-dimensional. Blind taste tests showed overwhelming preference for pre-2010 Cadbury. When told the cheaper option was the current recipe, people were shocked. One person summed it up perfectly. They've turned premium chocolate into cheap sweet bars and kept the premium price. That's corporate theft. Ribena has been marketed as healthy for decades. Black currants are rich in vitamin C, the ads proclaim. It's liquid sugar. Ribena contains 10 grams of sugar per 100 milliliters. If you use 100 milliliters diluted, you're drinking 10 grams of sugar, 2.5 teaspoons in one glass. A dentist told me, Ribena is one of the worst drinks for dental health. The combination of sugar and acidity creates perfect conditions for tooth decay. I've seen children as young as 5 needing multiple extractions because parents gave them Ribena in sippy cups all day. The pH is around 2.8, highly acidic. For comparison, stomach acid is pH 2. This acidity erodes tooth enamel before the sugar feeds cavity-causing bacteria. The vitamin C is synthetic ascorbic acid added during manufacturing. The black currants have been heated, destroying natural vitamin C. They add it back synthetically. A single orange contains more vitamin C than Ribena, with natural fruit sugars metabolized differently than added sucrose. Plus fiber, which slows sugar absorption. A pediatrician said, parents think they're giving healthy drinks. What they're giving is flavored sugar water with synthetic vitamins. Just give them water and actual fruit. Heinz ketchup is in virtually every UK household, and it's loaded with sugar. A single tablespoon, 17 grams, contains 4 grams of sugar, a full teaspoon. Most people use 2 to 3 tablespoons. That's 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar you probably don't realize you're consuming. Ingredients: tomatoes at 148 grams per 100 grams, spirit vinegar, sugar, salt, spice and herb extracts and spice. Sugar is third. In a savory condiment, sugar shouldn't be a major ingredient. A chef explained, good ketchup needs minimal sugar because quality tomatoes provide natural sweetness. Heinz uses tomato concentrate and adds sugar to create flavor. It's cheaper than using better tomatoes. The sugar isn't just for taste, it's addictive. Research shows sugar activates the same brain regions as cocaine. Adding sugar to savory products makes people consume more. I made homemade ketchup. Tomatoes, vinegar, salt, spices. 0 added sugar. It took 30 minutes. It tasted better. Actual tomato flavor. Cost was £1.50. Equivalent Heinz costs £2.50. If you eat Heinz regularly, you're consuming significant hidden sugar. Over a year, that's several kilograms of excess sugar you didn't realize you were eating. Stop buying these brands immediately. The UK food industry prioritizes profit over health. They exploit regulatory loopholes, use misleading marketing, and engineer addiction. Here's your action plan. For ready meals, learn to batch cook. 1 hour on Sunday provides 5 dinners. Freeze portions. It's faster than you think and infinitely healthier. For processed meat, find a local butcher. Yes, it costs slightly more, but you're getting real meat, not chemical slurry. The taste difference will shock you. For dairy, buy real cheese. It's actually cheaper per serving because you need less. Natural yogurt costs the same as Moolah Corners. Just add your own fruit. For snacks, if you can't pronounce the ingredients, don't eat it. Real food has simple ingredients: nuts, fruit, vegetables, cheese. For drinks, stick to water, tea, coffee, and whole fruit. Every other drink is either sugar water or chemical soup. For condiments, make your own or buy brands with real ingredients. It takes minutes and tastes exponentially better. The food industry has spent billions convincing you that convenience equals necessity. It doesn't. You can make real food quickly without spending hours in the kitchen. What you can't do is undo decades of health damage from eating industrial waste. Former food executives have admitted products are engineered to be addictive. They've testified that corporations knowingly market junk food to children. They've revealed internal documents showing companies understood health consequences and chose profit anyway. You deserve real food, not optimized chemical products designed to exploit your biology. Share this video. Send it to everyone you know. Comment with brands you want me to investigate next. Subscribe because I'm tearing apart more industries in upcoming videos. Your health is your wealth. Don't let corporations steal it for profit.